Good evening, everybody. I just want to say the enemy did not want this word to go forth. He did not want this live to happen. I had many interruptions and distractions trying to get finished with the presentation and then trying to actually deliver the presentation when I was finished. I had distractions with my broadcast, trying to get my broadcast on. Just distraction after distraction. So I got to the point to where I'm really drained. I'm really tired. I'm still going to do it. But I realized that that was the sole purpose for me to be drained and for me to be tired and for me to give up and not want to do it. But I'm gonna still do it. But I just want to let you guys know I'm going to take my time with it. So it's going to take a couple of hours to get everything out that I have. Um, so get prepared because as my title says, and the truth shall set you free. I'm hoping after tonight's live that the truth does just that it set us all free. It sets Kenneka's spirit free because I believe that her spirit has been in bondage since this happened to her. Okay. So I'm believing that after this, I'm praying. Okay, and I believe in my prayer warriors are also praying with me that after tonight that our spirits will be set free. Okay, I'm just going to do a quick scripture. James 5:16. Therefore, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. All right. So I want you guys to know that your prayers are being heard. Not only are they being heard, but they are powerful and they are effective. All right, now let's get it started. I'm getting ready to jump in the chat room, give my little shout outs. I'm nervous, of course, as always. Okay, I'm in the chat. I'm in the chat. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Truth Be Told. Olympia. Hey, Sweet Harmony. Hey, Sapphire Blue. Melanie. The Truth Seeker. Soup Bone. Nikki. Hey, Golden One. Malika, don't worry. Pray about it. You got this. Hey, everyone in the chat. Hey, team, no sleep. I'm hoping I do. I'm hoping I do because I'm really putting everything on the line tonight, and I really discussed with my family that this could either go all the way right or all the way wrong, and I'm really believing that it's gonna go all the way right, but we should see, we we shall see. And I don't care about saving. I don't care about anything because I really want to know what happened to these girls. I really wanted to know, and if that means just risking myself or whatever, and that's what I set out to do. And that's I'm at this point right here. So it could either go all the way left or all the way right. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm not gonna take up too much of y'all time giving shout outs, but everybody know y'all know oh my God, I'm so thankful, so grateful that y'all all are here. So big ups to everybody. Hello to everybody, much love to everybody. Straight Drop TV, I see you in the chat room. Steph, I haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, love. But I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. Okay, y'all, I've been working on this for a minute and it's been really, really driving me crazy. Okay, it's been really eating at me. I wanted to make sure I got everything out for y'all. So if I missed some stuff, if I skipped some stuff, charge it to my head and not my heart. Okay, because I was really trying to work fast to be able to present this to y'all today. Okay, but I think I know exactly what we're looking at. Okay, exactly what we're looking at, exactly what we're dealing with. I'm going to try my best to take everything slow because I don't want to confuse everybody even more. We have really been bamboozled, hoodwinked, and every other name for it. So I don't want to scare anybody off. I don't want to run. If you don't agree with something I say, please just hang around to the very end. I promise you, I'm going to make it make sense. I went over this plenty of times. If it's a small error or something there, hey, look over it. But I promise you, if you stay with me to the end, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna see exactly what we dealing with and exactly what's going on, okay? And I don't have all the answers for everything, but what I do have, you guys, is gonna paint one hell of a picture for y'all, okay? All right, let's get it popping. Let's get it popping. So y'all know to keep me in prayer as I go through this because I am nervous as I don't know what. Okay, I'm trying to do this whole little screen share thing. I haven't did this in a minute. And I straight forgot how to do it. Okay. Okay, I need y'all to drop me a 1 if y'all can see the presentation. Now, I'm going to take my time with it so I can make sure that we go through everything, okay? And I'm going to make sure that everybody is really on board and everybody is understand what I'm saying when I'm speaking this to y'all, because it was literally set in place to be confusing. So it's okay if somebody get confused along the line, because I was confused. I had to go back several times and overlook stuff, second guess myself, second guess the Holy Spirit, I believe, because it was so confusing. So we're going to do the 1 and 2s thing, okay? If you guys are following me, drop me 1s. If you guys are not following me, drop me 2s, okay? And I will make sure to slow down. I will make sure to go back. If you can't hear me, drop me a 2. I'm glancing at the chat room. I can't really see the comments of the questions because y'all know how I am when I get focused, but I am glancing in there, okay? All right, so I'm looking for 1s and 2s more so than anything, all right? Okay, so remember, y'all, I told y'all that when I last talked to y'all, I said we was going to discuss the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th. I wanted to, really get these dates down. I didn't want it to be no more confusion about these dates. I wanted to get it down, and this is where I actually began working on my presentation with the dates. Okay, I did not think that working on this right here and trying to really outline the dates and I didn't think that this was going to actually take me where it took me. Okay, but God, Teresa's favorite word, but God, won't he do it? Okay, so we're going to start off by discussing the 6th, the 7th, and the 8th, okay? All right, a lot of this, what I have, you guys, is me talking. I'd have a lot of pictures and stuff to share with you guys too, but it's, me talking and me discussing with you guys what I've come up with. All right. I don't have too many mods in there, but mods, if y'all see some trolls in there, get them out. Get them out. We don't have no time. We trying to work. We working over here. We working over here. All right. So I said discussing the 6th, 7th, and the 8th. Now, remember I asked you guys, are we looking at a party or a reenactment of a party? Okay, remember I asked you guys that question, and that was something I felt that we really needed to know when looking at Irene's live, when looking at Ty's live. We needed to know for sure, are we looking at a party or are we looking at a reenactment of a party? Now, the Kenneka community is huge, okay, and we are all over the place, in our theories, and I'm just hoping that we all can kind of come together. In some 6. Okay, many believe Kenneka went to the Crown Plaza on the 6th rather than the 8th, simply because of a ticket that Teresa found in her car. The ticket found in Teresa's car read September the 6th at 1:35 p.m., which I questioned that ticket, you guys. Remember, I questioned that ticket being at September the 6th at 1:35 p.m. It was just a random time to me because we all know that hotels by the airport, normally you cannot check in before 2 p.m. Okay, so that would mean that Irene, they either got there and they was waiting to check in, or she was already there and had the room the day before. But all we really had to go off the 6th is the ticket that was in the car. Okay, so I asked the question, was Kenneka there on this day? Was any of the girls at the Crown Plaza on this day? All right. To be honest, I went back and forth with this theory myself, searching for any evidence other than a parking ticket that leads back to the 6th. As we all know, most, if not everyone involved with this case has no public posts or information out there that go past September the 8th, unless it's dated months or years prior to the case. So basically, there's no solid proof that any one of these girls, including Kenneka, was at that hotel on September the 6th. Therefore, as long as September the 6th arrival date can't be proven, this will always remain a theory. Now, I'm hoping as a Kenneka community, I'm hoping that we can put this September the 6th ticket past us, because as long as we don't have any other proof besides that ticket that was found in her car, it would always remain a theory. Now, I'm going to tell you how I think that September the 6th ticket got in that car. Okay. And I could be wrong, but I'm just going to tell you how I think it got in the car, and maybe we can kind of like move past this and get to the facts. Okay. So why was the ticket there? Why was there a ticket in Teresa's car for September the 6th? Since I've been researching this case, the one thing I've noticed is the deception surrounding this case. Some were planted that way to deceive those who looked into this mystery of events. Other deceptions came along the way to cover up the crime and keep those things that were hidden covered, or things that was covered up hidden from plain sight. Could it be that someone placed a lost ticket in Teresa's car to throw things off? It's very possible that the ticket is just another deception, or another distraction, should I say. But was this a part of the plan, or something they came up with along the way? Let's dig in and see what we come up with. But you guys, you know, like I said, this September the 6th thing cannot really be proven, because all we really have is that ticket that was in Teresa's car. Okay. As far as them actually being there. All right. But like I said, it can be something as simple as them finding a ticket and using that ticket and putting that ticket in her car, because remember, the girls supposedly took Teresa back her car. Okay. So they had a car, they had that car, and they took Teresa's car. So of course they could have stashed the ticket that they found, or a ticket that was given to them, or whatever. They could have stashed a ticket in her car to throw the case off. Okay, because all I've been seeing is deceptions after deceptions surrounding the case, and I'm gonna get into some of those. Okay, but it just made me think of another one of their little trickeries. It possibly could be just another one of their trickeries. All right, but let's move it on. But what we do know is that the room was rented on September the 7th. And we have the receipt. We have plenty of receipts that the room was rented on September the 7th. Okay. Room 926, you guys see right here, was rented on rented on September the 7th through the 9th. All right. Checking in, checking out, or no. I need y'all to pick. I need some smart people in this chat room and pick up the things I'm saying. But if you don't, still drop me a 2, okay? Room 926 was reserved for dates September the 7th through September the 9th. September the 7th, we have no footage or no video. This is supposed to be the checking in. September the 8th, we have edited footage and video. This is supposed to be the party. September the 9th, we have edited footage, and this is supposed to be the checking out. Where's all the footage from Thursday, September the 7th? This case is a mess or a mixture. Are we looking at a mess or a mixture? This overall picture, the surveillance footages combined with the lives, quote unquote, videos, are a combination of events that took place within a 3-day time span. You guys don't understand what I'm saying? Drop me a 2. All right. The overall picture that we seeing with the surveillance footages, with the lives, and with the videos are a combination of events that took place within a 3-day time span. September the 7th, September the 8th, and September the 9th. Okay, so I asked the question, are we looking at a mess or a mixture? The answer, this case is a mixture of actual events, reenacted events, and edited footages mixed together into one big mess. I'm going to say that again. This case is a mixture of actual footages. I'm sorry, listen again. This case is a mixture of actual events, September the 7th, of reenacted events, September the 8th, and of edited footages, September the 9th. This case is a mixture of actual events, September the 7th, reenacted events, September the 8th, and edited footages, September the 9th. I've noticed a lot of threes too. And if anybody in here is like spiritual, they can tell me what the number 3 represent. When I was going through this presentation, for me, I know it's supposed to represent the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's the only, I guess, spiritual knowledge I have of the number 3. But I noticed a lot of number 3s kind of like surfacing, a lot of 3s surfacing. So if that means anything, reach out to me, guys, and let me know. Okay. September the 7th, September the 8th, September the 9th is a mixture of actual events, 1, reenacted events, 2, and edited footages, 3, compiled into one big mess. Are y'all with me? Good, straight drop, because I need to see that too. I was going to try to reach out to you and get that from you before I went live, but maybe I can kind of incorporate it in here later on. All right, so let's start by discerning what day or days these lives actually took place, okay? Irene's live, my family is loud. Let me know if they're too loud. Irene's live on September the 8th. All right, there was a live posted on Irene's page, shared from Malika's page. This was a live stream mainly of Irene staring into her phone. As Irene is live, there are no comments. Now, you guys, a lot of things that I'm saying in here, you have to take your mind to it, because y'all didn't even let me have time to even go searching for a lot of this stuff. So you take your mind back to it. We've been studying this case for almost a year, okay? So as Irene is live, there are no comments in the live chats. So was her comments disabled for this live? If so, then Irene's live was all for show. All right. So the live that I'm breaking it down. So the live that we see Irene posted on September the 8th, the comments were disabled. Okay. So basically what we see is Irene standing to her phone. Okay. The entire time. And like I said, so in this case, it's all for show. No comments were even coming up during the live stream. Okay. So all the while Irene is live, she's standing to her phone, yet she's carrying conversations with the guests in the room with no visible live chat with no visible live chat. After several minutes into her live, she utters, "Happy birthday. Thank you." Only one birthday shout out the entire time she's live. Think about that, y'all. Only one birthday shout out the entire time she's live, which we don't even believe that was the birthday shout out, because there was no visible chat room going, comments going. You feel me? Clear indicator this whole scene was faked and staged. Let's move on. The beginning of Irene's live. At the start of Irene's live, we see Irene holding and staring into a second phone. There's a third phone sitting on the nightstand playing music. A total of 3 phones. They're number 3 again. Okay, and look into the picture. I circled the picture with you for you guys, and you can see the 2 phones. I actually did a video breaking down Irene's live, and I discussed the fact that she was staring at 2 phones. She was on live with one phone, and she was looking at something else with another phone. Okay, now I told you guys I'm putting it all together and making it make sense for you tonight. What is she looking at on her phone? Okay, here goes some quick images of some stuff that we captured on her phone. In a Truth Seekers group, we was trying to make out these images, but of course it's really hard to tell, with the coloring and things like that. But we can definitely see that it's no chat room, there's no conversation. It looked like we seeing images of people or shadows of people. So it definitely don't look like a live stream, you know, and comments and stuff like that. So, but we couldn't really make out exactly what we were seeing, but we was definitely seeing shadows of people. Okay, so the images in Irene's glasses. We're seeing images in Irene's glasses. We can clearly see people seated. Okay, this is when we watching Irene's live. We can clearly see people seated on the bed, chilled. But every so often, we catch a questionable image of what looks like foul play. At one point in Irene's glasses, we clearly see a passed out Kenneka. There are all kinds of conversations going on around her. We're trying to make out the voices and what's being discussed. We hear a voice of what sounds like Kenneka saying she's enjoying herself. So you think something just don't add up, right? We just see, you know, a passed out Kenneka in Irene's glasses, but yet we hear a few minutes later her saying she's enjoying herself. Okay, so for instance, you hear a voice who we believe to be Kenneka in the background saying, I am enjoying myself, yet the last image we saw through Irene's glasses was the passed out Kenneka. We do not see anything concerning Kenneka's behavior that lines up with their statements. For instance, we never saw a drunk, turned up, drinking Hennessy out the bottle, loud, falling into the lap Kenneka. No, Kenneka enjoys going live herself. Yet there was not one laugh from Kenneka's phone that night. This is what we saw in Irene's glasses, a passed out Kenneka. If you guys can't see it, let me know. I actually should have circled it for you guys, but look into that lens of her glasses, you know, look close, or I don't know, screenshot it, whatever you need to do, blow it up, and you can actually see a girl in a blue jean jacket laying there, just laying there. So drop me a 1 if y'all can see it. Okay, and it's always stumped me on watching this video because I paused the video exactly where I could see Kenneka at. I've always stopped it right there. And moments later, I hear her saying, I am enjoying myself. So that always threw me. Like, what in the world is going on? Well, I'm about to explain that stuff today. But anyway, Irene's live was staged. Some may think, well, maybe Irene was dry snitching and exposing what was taking place in that room because she wore them sunglasses. Some may say maybe Irene's live was a decoy, a distraction, and meant to throw us off. I agree with this theory, and I plan to prove it. No, if Irene went against the game and exposed their wrongdoings, you know, for y'all that think that she was dry snitching, trust and believe she would not be alive today. Irene played her part and she played it smart. Now remember what she say? She said something about knowing how to be smart is knowing when to play dumb. Okay, she even went as far as wearing reflective sunglasses to prove that nothing took place in her room, assuming her live would show absolutely nothing. At least that's what she thought. What was the sole purpose of Irene going live? To prove nothing happened in her room. To give off the impression that Kenneka was in her room having a good time. If there was no plot on Kenneka and nothing happened to Kenneka, why did Irene need to stage this fake live stream on September the 8th? No. In Irene's glasses, the reflection that we see of Kenneka is one that appears to be either dead or extremely inebriated. Kenneka is in a passed out state. The voice we hear and believe to be Kenneka is up and alert. And most of all, she's enjoying herself. Just minutes after after we see her passed out on the bed. On September the 8th, when Irene went live, on September the 8th, Irene went live. When Irene went live, was Kenneka actually there enjoying herself? Or was she somewhere drugged in an unconscious state or possibly dead already. Are you guys following me? Actors my butt. They acted this out though. Wouldn't you? But I want to get, I'm not even going to try to see what y'all seeing because I jump ahead of myself. Okay, so Irene is live. Let's reflect back to the moments in Irene. And I'm about to say exactly why y'all think everything is fake. I mean, matter of fact, please just pay attention to the live and let me explain everything to y'all. Okay, let's reflect back to a few moments in Irene and Monifa's live on September the 8th. All right, we hear, yo, Kenneka, says Monifa. Kenneka responds, what? This live was like a quick, I say 20-second clip. Okay, it was apart from the other Irene live, if you guys know what I mean. This is the live that Monifa is in a bathroom and we hear her call Kenneka and she says something to Kenneka, but Kenneka is not in the bathroom with her. Okay, Kenneka is supposed to be, I guess, in the next room. All right. We never see Kenneka. We only hear her. We only hear a response from someone who sounds like Kenneka. There was a Snapchat of Monifa and Kenneka and a fake Kenneka. In that Snapchat, Monifa and Kenneka laughs, and the Kenneka lookalike says, "You so irritating." That's about as much as we got from her. You so irritating. No. This voice that respond to Monifa when she said, yo, Kenneka, is the same voice of the woman in the bathroom that says to Monifa, you so irritating. This person right here. This is a picture right here of the girl that was in the bathroom with Monifa. This is a Snapchat they took together. And this is the person that said, you so irritating. And we also believe this is the same person who was in the room because she sounds just like Kenneka and said, what? She answered to Kenneka when Monifa said, yo, Kenneka, she said, what? Okay. And she said, I ain't about to mess with you, but we'll get further, into it as we go along. Okay. Let's be, all right, you got that one. Next one. Okay, so where's Kenneka? Teresa Martin admitted that the girl in a bathroom seen with Monifa wasn't Kenneka. If y'all can remember that. Teresa said the girl in the bathroom wasn't Kenneka. But she said it was the girl that goes by the name of Bianca Mitchell. Okay, we agree with Teresa when we say it's not Kenneka. However, we say it's not Bianca Mitchell, but Victoria Diamond. If that person isn't Kenneka in a bathroom, then we can also believe that that person speaking in the background isn't Kenneka either, and is also Victoria. It's been said that Victoria looks and sounds like Kenneka. So if it's not Kenneka we're hearing in the background of the live, or Kenneka that is with Monifa in the Snapchats, then this entire scene was staged by purpose. So ask yourself, if that was Victoria or Bianca, who Teresa said that was, in a bathroom with them all along, where was the real Kenneka? Let's get to it. Okay, here's right here photo of Diamond Victoria. All right, this is the girl who we believe that played Kenneka in the bathroom and on the elevator. Okay, in the bathroom and on the elevator. Please believe it's the purpose of me telling you guys this. Please believe it's a wrap and we figured all this stuff out. So please pay attention. If you guys don't understand something or you don't have to agree right now. You don't have to agree right now because I'm hoping to leave you without any doubt whatsoever. So you don't have to agree right now, but just please pay attention and repeat this stuff. If you don't, drop me a 2 and I'll slow it down for you. All right. All right. So I'm telling you guys, this is a girl that played Kenneka in the bathroom, and in the elevators. In the elevator Snapchat scene. This right here is also photos of Victoria Diamond. So you guys can actually get a picture of how much she resembles Kenneka. I wanted to show you guys this. You guys can actually see how much Victoria actually resembles Kenneka. And I know you guys been, you know, seeing a lot of lookalikes floating around Chicago, but I'm telling you right now, this girl and Kenneka is actually close, or was actually closer than you guys think they were. And she looks more like Kenneka to me than any other lookalike I've seen. Okay, so I'm gonna sit this here for a minute and let y'all chew this up and swallow it, because yeah. All right, all except the deep dimples. All right, so this is Victoria Diamond. Yeah, all except the deep dimples, Doughboy. All except the deep dimples. All right. Okay, here's another photo of her. And I did this, you guys can see her lips. Get kind of a close-up of her lips. She have a wide frame of lips. They're not as big as Kenneka's, but she do have wide lips. I want you guys to see how close they actually resemble. All right. All right, so let's go and let's take a look at Ty's live real quick. I did a breakdown of Ty's live. I'm not going to do a full breakdown of Ty's live. We're going to do like a little overview of it. Okay, let's reflect back on Ty's live, and we have to ask all the right questions. Okay, because we've come to the conclusion that Irene's live was staged for the most part. Okay, in this stage live stream, this is what we can spot out. We can spot out a passed out Kenneka somewhere through the reflection of her glasses. We can spot a fake Kenneka in the room with the girls pretending to be Kenneka, and we hear conversations taking place in the background as if everything is normal. I will explain that later in the presentation. So was Ty's live also staged and faked? Was Ty's live done in the same hotel and room as Irene's live? Was Ty's live done on the same day as Irene's? These are the questions that I asked myself when I went through Ty's live again for this last time. Okay, so comparisons with Ty's and Irene's live. I'm getting ready to compare the two lives in order to determine whether or not Ty's live is staged or in a reenactment of a party. I started by comparing the two lives. Okay, and this is what I've noticed. Ty is looking through his phone and speaking to an audience, unlike Irene. Y'all remember Ty was saying, they don't listen, folk. They don't listen. He was actually speaking to somebody in her phone, like an audience. Versus Irene. Ty is on live intentionally showing off the room and quote unquote Kenneka. Okay. Ty's live is edited, broke up into fragments. In Ty's live, we can hear Kenneka's voice in certain parts, but we do not see her as she's speaking. But gives viewers the impression that she's there and enjoying herself, much like Irene's live. Right, y'all? What Ty's live shows us. Ty's live exposed a real looking party taking place in the room. Irene's did not. This is just stuff that I had to break down and maybe notes I had to take, okay, as I was working on this. Ty's live showed us more party goers in the room, introducing new faces and players. Ty's live showed a real Kenneka in one clip. Irene's live never showed the real Kenneka, but later the girl shared a collage with a photo, with a half a photo of the real Kenneka peeking her head into the bathroom. I'm going to show y'all that in a minute. Ty's live showed other gang sets was present in the room. Ty's live possibly shows a different party. What was Ty planning to accomplish? Okay, to prove Kenneka was alive and well by showing a glimpse of the real Kenneka with mixed in glimpses of fake Kennekas throughout the night, and to communicate with Chief and others. Kenneka's and Ty's live. Okay, in Kenneka's, and hold on, in Ty's live, we spotted 3 Kennekas. 1, the real Kenneka. Now here go number 3 again, y'all. Number 1, the real Kenneka in the clip with her hand on her head, and I do believe that that's the real Kenneka with her hand on her head, and I call that the actual party. Okay. Number 2, the fake Kenneka standing near the entrance door, and y'all know I call that girl shoulders, or the one that, you know, was shaped kind of funny. That was a stage scene. Okay, a fake Kenneka with a high-pitched voice, the one that said, "Bro, what is that?" That's also a stage scene. Okay, and I did get the messages from my my subs. I did get y'all messages. I did not watch Golden One's video, but I did read what y'all said about that one particular scene right there where the girl said, "Bro, what is that?" Now, I cannot confirm or deny who was in that room, you know, far as Teresa been in that room. That I don't know. But what I do know, is it possible that Teresa came during the reenactment of the party? It's very much possible. I'm gonna show y'all that later. So it's possible that she was in that room, that Golden is dead on, but I don't know because I haven't really looked at that. I was actually working on this presentation when y'all was emailing me about that. But I do believe that the girl is not Kenneka, okay? Because I believe on this day, matter of fact, let me finish. All right, I'm gonna tell y'all why I believe that that girl was not Kenneka. All right, so note, the lookalike seen in Irene's live isn't seen in Ty's live. These were 2 different girls. Okay, so the girl that we see standing by the entrance of the door with the wide body and a shorter type of hair, bob looking, that was a stage scene. That was a fake Kenneka. And the other girl that we see, the one that dropped the cup, and she have a squeaky, like a kind of a high-pitched voice. And we know Kenneka have a really deep voice. And she said, "Bro, what is that?" That was another stage scene. Okay. And these 2 lookalikes is not the same girl that was in a room with Irene. Pay attention and peep. It's the reason why I told you that. Okay. All right. Note, Ty later brought in another, this is just a note. Ty later brought in another lookalike to reenact the hall scene, but we'll get to this later. That will make a total of 3. Here go number 3 again. That will make a total of 3 KJ lookalikes seen with Ty. Now, remember, I told you he showed us 2 on his video. Later on, he brings the 3rd one in to actually do the hallway reenactment of Kenneka. So that'd be 3 lookalikes that we know that came with Ty, or you know, that was with him, that he brought in the picture. And remember, I told you guys that he said all 3 of them, chief, all 3 of them. All right. Just follow me, y'all. All right. They didn't even have all 3 of them together, but they didn't use one because they couldn't get the body frame right, is what I believe. If you look at the body frame, I'm actually showing you a collage that I just put up. I don't know if you guys can see it yet. Yeah, it just popped up with all 3 of them. If you can look, one is too skinny and she have no butt. Okay, the first one, she too skinny and she have no butt. The second one is too wide. Her shoulders is too wide and she have no butt. So I believe that they was actually trying to get the body frame, or trying to get somebody who can actually pass off as Kenneka. Okay. And so, or, you know, either just, you know, they extra showed up. But what you do notice, they had them all separate. They didn't have them all together in one room. You know what I'm saying? Or different times. Okay. But because these are like clips that we looking at. The first one is a clip of Ty's party, and you see the girl right there, who I believe is the lookalike. Now, I really, like I said, I really haven't really examined that scene to even say, but I will hook up with Golden if she wants to later on and kind of look and get confirmation on that. But to actually say who was in that room in this first box right here, I haven't done that yet. Okay, I haven't really looked deep off into it like that yet. So I don't know who was in that room right there, but I do believe that was a stage scene. The scene right here in the middle, I do believe that was a stage scene as well. What's going on at the door, I really don't know. It could be possibly that another person was coming in with the exact same outfit on, and they did not want to be caught on live with two Kenneka lookalikes. You see what I'm saying? They was real careful about that. And that's why I believe on this day, they actually did have both rooms, but I don't know. Okay, and the last box right here, I believe, is the actual Kenneka. Okay, I believe this is the actual Kenneka, the last box that we looking at. All right. But yeah, they couldn't get the body frames right. Yeah, you could just definitely tell, like, neither one of them was shaped like Kenneka whatsoever. Okay, so they couldn't play Kenneka in the hallway, walk in the halls. All right, so one clip of the actual party. There was one part of Ty's live of the actual party. Pay attention, y'all. The clip of the party that showed the real Kenneka. Note, in this clip, there's a voiceover with Kenneka's voice saying, Irene, it's your birthday. Seconds before we see a glimpse of Kenneka. FYI, we should all know that she did not say that at that time, and there was a voiceover that was inserted in that section right there just before they showed Kenneka, okay? To make us believe that when we see Kenneka standing there, that she was there enjoying herself. For me, that was my confirmation too, that that was actually Kenneka standing right there and not a lookalike, because they inserted that clip right there because they really wanted us to believe that not only is Kenneka standing right there, but she's enjoying herself and she's trying to convince Irene to do the same. Okay, but Kenneka did not say a word. She did not utter a word before Ty exposed her on his live. We can all agree to that, right? We can all agree to that. The fact that there were Kenneka lookalikes and parts of Ty's live, the fact that it was a voiceover used in a clip where we see the real Kenneka and everything else I pointed out proves that certain parts of his live was also just as staged as Irene's. Hey, Bombshell. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Alicia. Hey, I Spy. Hey, everybody. Okay, so the actual party versus the stage party, the fake party, and blended scenes. Now, if you guys get lost in this, let me know, because they literally did this to make us confused. But I'm getting ready to show y'all how to spot out the night of the real party versus the night of the stage party. Because like I said, we are looking at a mixture, a blend of a real actual party and a reenactment of what happened at that party. Okay, a reenactment of that party. All right, so the actual party versus the staged fake party. We have every reason to believe that the actual party Kenneka attended was on September the 7th, the day before the staged fake party. If y'all get lost, let me know. All right, but clips from the actual party on September the 7th was inserted into these lives. How to spot the day of the actual party in each live. Listen to me. In Ty's live, this is how you can spot the actual party. In Ty's live, it's the only footage of the real Kenneka. And also pay attention to that footage of with the real Kenneka in there. Pay attention to the lighting. The lighting is totally different from the other clips. Pay attention to the tone of the music. The music is totally different. I don't know exactly what music they was playing. I actually wanted to put a clip right here so I can really show y'all, but I'm pretty sure y'all watched Ty's live thousands of times, okay? Think about this live footage that I'm talking about, okay? The piece where we see the real Kenneka, or who I believe to be the real Kenneka. The piece where Tanisha go in the bathroom, so I'm gonna get this to this girl over there. The lighting was different. The music was different. It wasn't my house, a whole house. It wasn't the fake party. That was the actual party. Are y'all following me? All right. In Irene's laugh, how can you spot the actual party? Because the actual party day was the day her hair was done. I put in laid, but it wasn't laid. It was just done. Okay, so when Irene live and all them lives, them bits and pieces and broke up clips that you got of Irene's live, how you can spot it was the day of the actual party, September the 7th, because her hair was done. Let's get it. Let's take a look at the actual party on September the 7th. You follow me? Are y'all following me? If y'all ain't following me, let me know. Because I'm just kind of peeking in the chat, you know, making sure y'all with me. All right. All right. So right here, we see that the room was reserved and checked into on September the 7th. All right. Yet we have no footage of the rest of the night. Why isn't it that we do not have footage of the evening and night of September the 7th? When we clearly see that the room, and we have the receipts that the room was checked into from September the 7th through the 9th. That should have been a part of this investigation as well. Give us all the footage from the 7th. Why didn't, oh, now I thank you, Jesus. Why didn't Teresa request all the footage from the 7th? But that's just something that just popped in my head real quick. It ain't a part of the presentation. September the 7th, Irene on her way to the party. All right. That's Irene on her way to the party, September the 7th. And I know what y'all thinking. I'm going to answer that later. Let's get to it. This is Irene right here, just before the party started, or it could be towards the end of the night or in the middle of the party. I don't know, but this is Irene right here on September the 7th. Okay, the day before the actual big kickback or whatever you want to call it. Okay, Kenneka and friends walking into the 7th. Now this right here stumped me because we have footage of Kenneka and her friends walking in on the 8th. I don't believe that this is footage. I mean, on the 9th, 8th, 9th. But I don't believe this is actual footage of her walking in on the 8th, 9th. I believe this was actually them walking in on the 7th. And this footage was inserted where it was inserted at to make us all believe that they walked in together at this party on September the 9th. But I actually believe that this footage right here was inserted. And speaking to another YouTuber, they actually told me about a glitch that happens just as they're walking in. It's a glitch right there. So I'm gonna look more into that, and I believe that YouTuber is actually confirming what I said, what I spoke to them earlier about the 7th. And they also have some more information too that's gonna confirm this party on the 7th. Okay, but I'm just, you know, that's just sad talking with y'all. But yeah, so if y'all studying the footage and y'all notice it's a glitch right there, right before they walk in, that's a clear indication that they inserted that clip. If that's possible, if I'm saying it right. Because I definitely believe that this actually is the girls coming into the party on the 7th, not the 8th going into the 9th or the 9th. All right. Or Kenneka walking in by herself, because I heard it once mentioned before that, you know, somebody believed that Kenneka actually went by herself and a part of her was inserted in there with the girls. I don't know. So I put both. I say either Kenneka went by herself and they actually put that in there. If you guys know what I'm saying, inserted her in there, digitally put her in there with the girls, or she actually did go in with the girls on September the 7th. So, but this would explain why the hall seems so empty and quiet when they walk in. Okay, because this would be on a Thursday and not a Friday. All right. And like I said, I believe that this scene right here of the girls walking in is actually the 7th. And that is the reason why the halls look so empty and quiet. Pay attention to look at the halls and everything. So I believe that them actually coming in, they came in on the 7th and they just inserted this footage right there. Okay. All right. So moving along. September the 7th party. Now here's the little shot that I gave y'all, a little screenshot of the party on September the 7th. And this is actually a screenshot of Ty's live. So you can kind of see the comments and everything. These are comments that people made, you know, once the case blew up and everything. So these comments were not actually on while he was on live. If you guys get what I'm saying, or they would be in red, they would be lit up in red. But it just goes to show you that while he was on live, he actually had his comments going, and Irene had hers disabled, because in her room she was just only really showing stuff. It was really just to give everybody a picture of Kenneka. Kenneka is here, Kenneka is safe, Kenneka is okay, and nothing is happening in our room. My glasses prove nothing is happening. No crazy stuff is going on. Okay. But Ty's live, Ty actually had comments coming in. He was actually communicating with the people on his live. Okay, so this right here is a screenshot of Ty's live, and this is where I actually believe this is the actual party. Okay, this scene is the real, this scene with the real Kenneka is a total different scene, meaning different time and day from all the other Ty rolling clips we saw in this video. Remember, I told y'all the whole, you know, music was different, the lighting was different, everything about that for me, for that particular clip right there, gave me a different party. And I said it right in the beginning when I first came out, and that was something I had to actually revisit, and I found to be true. So because I know a lot of y'all was saying too, like it looked like, it's like it was two parties in Ty's live. And it was. Okay, it was. This right here is the actual all we have of the live party that was on the 7th. All right, because this is the actual footage where we see the real Kenneka. Okay, the staged fake party on September the 8th. Let's talk about that, y'all. All right, the stage party, September the 8th party, was used to cover up a crime that happened the night before. Okay, I'm gonna say that again to make sure y'all caught it. September the 8th party was used to cover up a crime that happened the night before. In my opinion, to have two parties, it was all planned out this way. All right, how to spot a staged fake party in each live. Now, I just showed y'all how to look at their lives and spot the actual party. Now, I'm about to show y'all how to look at their lives and discern the fake party. Okay, so in Ty's live, everywhere we see a fake Kenneka is just that simple. It's a staged event. Okay, it's a staged scene. In Irene's live, her hair now has the day after look because it was the day after. Also, when she's looking off to the side, notice her eyes are puffy as if she was crying. Another reason why she wore glasses. Okay, so when you see Irene's hair looking like she is the day after effect, you know, in these clippings that you watching of Irene's lives, that's because those lives was taken the next day. Those were the day afters. Okay, the snapshots of her that I just showed y'all laying in the bed with her hair done up, that was the night of the actual party. When I say actual party, I mean the actual party that Kenneka attended. Okay, the one that we don't have footage of. Okay. All right, hold on. I'm going a little bit too far. All right, so these right here that I showed y'all is clips of fake scenes. I think I already showed y'all this. All right, y'all. It's about to get good. It's about to get good. It's about to get good. Because I ain't even got to the meat and potatoes yet. All right. All right, so these are just some clips of the stage parties, the stage scenes, basically. And you can really look at Peas and the way Peas is looking to the camera. You can really tell that it was all fake. You can really, just the way he looking into the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the way Ty was putting his phone on the lookalike. You can just really tell that all this stuff was just staged. It was fake, you know? So, okay. Let me get my family to turn it. Let me know if the music in the background is too loud. Well, I'm getting ready to answer that for you too, Hannah Anna. I got that in a part of my presentation too. We're gonna break it all down piece by piece, line upon line, precept upon precept. We're gonna break it down. Okay, so we're gonna answer that question. Was there a trainee that played Irene? We're gonna answer that question. Okay, so is this Kenneka? Many believe this is Kenneka, and this is a snapshot of her after she was drugged and beaten, correct? We went back and forth with this picture, wondering if she's holding a cup, a can in a cup or a can in her hand, a towel on her mouth, etc. But we failed, y'all. We failed because we failed to see the bigger picture staring us right in our face, shaking my head. This looked like Kenneka, but these are her pants. So if anybody want to say, oh yeah, Kenneka was there on the 8th, because this is her right here. Guess what? I'm about to bust y'all bubbles. This is not Kenneka, because these are not her pants. Remember, I've known what Kenneka had on since the first day I've started this case. And I know that she had on some distressed jeans, but they were not ripped open. So this person that we looking at right here, and we trying to wonder about the can, and we wondering about the cup. What about the jeans? What about the jeans? So are we just gonna say she changed clothes in the middle of a party? Are we just gonna say that? Malika is here, and I don't do no clown stuff. So are we going to just say that she changed pants in the middle of a party, or are we going to acknowledge the fact that this is another Kenneka sitting here with holes in her jeans? Which one? The same one that we saw previously in Irene's live with the holes in her jeans. Oh, trust me. And I'm going, because I'm gonna prove it. Just walk with me. Follow me. Okay? Follow me. I'm about to take y'all somewhere. Follow me. We about to break all this down. I gave y'all a close-up of Kenneka walking into the Crown Plaza. Look at her jeans. Do anybody see her leg in them jeans? If anybody believe that these are the same jeans that we see the girl sitting on, that we see the girl wearing in Ty's lab with the holes, then they did exactly what they planned to do: deceive your butt into thinking it was the same person. Okay? That was not proof that Kenneka was in that room with them on the 8th, because unfortunately, we were deceived into believing so. But that looks like Victoria. That looks like Victoria. Remember the girl we was just seeing in Irene's live? I mean, in Monifa's Snapchat in the bathroom with the holes in her pants. Her pants is ripped open more. Pay attention to this, y'all. Victoria pants is ripped open more than Kenneka's. Okay? Her pants is ripped open more than Kenneka's. Now, I don't know about the other people that we seen. I believe that they went on and they got rid of them. They disregarded them girls. They probably put on some cup, change into something else. The other two that we saw, I don't know. But this one right here, her pants is as ripped as the other girl who we seen in a room with Irene, Shamaya, and Monifa, if y'all following me. All right. And like I showed y'all, Kenneka pants did not have holes in them. So I want y'all to pay attention to that. It's the reason why I'm pointing that out. It's the reason why I'm pointing that out. Now to answer your question, Han. I'm glad you brought that up because I made a whole slide for that. Jalen, the trainee, did not play Irene. All right. FYI, Jalen, whatever. I forgot her last name. The trainee did not play Irene. Irene played herself, and so did everyone other than Kenneka. There were performers, okay, that maybe switched clothes or purposely dressed alike. Maybe it's a play. Maybe it was a play to throw off the cops, the video surveillance, and it worked. They had so many lookalikes walking throughout the hotel and on video dressed like Kenneka, but never at the same time. This was thought of by the gang for the sole purpose of throwing off the cops and the video surveillance, and it worked. Could this be why gangs dress alike? Because they dress alike, y'all, outside of the Crown Plaza. All right, it's because it's more of a trick of the eye. You notice the girls had their hair done exactly alike, dressed exactly alike. The guys would even dress alike. I've never seen this before, and so I actually started looking into gangs. All right, and I want y'all to peep this out. All right, I want y'all to peep this out. Look closely at Irene's hair and her eyebrows. Okay, I've actually brought this up before, but I've never actually showed y'all the picture, but I want y'all to look at this, and I'm hoping we can kind of throw this theory away right along with the ticket on the 6th, because I believe that this was kind of thrown out there as another deception, y'all. We have to wing out what was thrown at us because we were the public. We thought we were some FBI investigators. We thought we knew this. We thought we knew that. It was a lot of deception that was thrown at us, you guys. This was one of them. Okay, look at the hair. I said this from the very beginning. The girl Jalen has the middle part. Irene has a side part. Now, I told y'all I don't mess with clown theories. Make that make sense for me. Did Irene did Jaden, whatever her name is, take her weave out, hurry up and put a side part in, then took it back out before she got locked up and made a middle part? Because if that's what we're going to do, I'm not going to do that with y'all. I'm not. And also, I've also brought up the fact, I don't know if anybody was paying attention to me or listening, Irene do not have eyebrows. I don't care what video you find of Irene, she has no eyebrows. I don't care what picture you find of Irene, she has no eyebrows. Irene eyebrows have literally been blown off her face. Okay, the Jalen girl guy has flawless eyebrows. You better look. Take a long look. Okay. And even with the glasses on, Irene turned her head to the side. You can still see she have no eyebrows. They have been clearly blown off her face. And she don't even try to draw them on. So although Irene might look like a man in that clip, although Jaden may look like a female in his mugshot, although they might even look alike, one has nothing to do with the other when it comes to this party or when it comes to this scene right here. Like I said, I don't know if this person was at the party. I heard this person was at the party. Okay. But do I believe this person played Irene? Heck no. And I just told y'all why. Okay. Get on it or don't. I mean, but I'm hoping we can just throw that out, right along with the ticket, the 6th ticket, because it was literally put there to be a deception. It was thrown out there to be a deception. Like, hey, she was there at the party too, and look what just happened. You see what I'm saying? And somebody probably put it out there, and everybody ran with it. And I can probably pretty much have an idea. I pretty much have an idea of who started this lie. I pretty much have an idea of who started a lot of these lies and a lot of these rumors. And guess what, boo? I'm getting to you at the very end. I'm getting to you at the very end. Just wait. Because I pretty much have an idea of who was on YouTube especially, but on social media putting out a lot of these fake lies. And people was biting it. Idea. Yeah, that's what my grandma used to say. Idea. Ask yourself, why the need of a staged fake party the next day? The only sensible explanation is to cover up a crime. Both Irene's live and parts of Ty's live on September the 8th was meant to cover up an incident that happened the night before on September the 7th. Ty's video shows clips from both nights, September the 7th and September the 8th, just like I showed y'all how to spot the actual party from the reenacted party. Irene's live shows clips from both nights, September the 7th and September the 8th. Okay, and they were both merged together, and that's why the videos was edited. That's why their lives was edited, because they had to edit in the actual party to get pieces and glimpses of Kenneka, sound, voices of Kenneka, stuff like that into the reenactment night. They had to merge them together, or, you know, edit them together. So that's the reason why they had that edited footage, them edited videos, I guess you could say, because they became videos versus lives once they downloaded them and began to edit them. And, you know. All right, so photos were posted with blended images captured from both nights. Okay, so they also had photos. I also found a photo that was posted with blended images captured from both nights. Okay, here it is right here. I've been good, Linda. Let me know if I'm losing some of y'all, okay? Let me know if I'm losing y'all. I don't want to lose nobody. We have been deceived. We have been toyed with. We have been bamboozled long enough. Okay, I'm good to keep going. All right, so here was a blended photo that we found. Shamaya first posted this photo on her social media page. Okay, this photo shows two different people on two different nights. Okay, so this is actually, let me finish. The sad photo is a photo of Kenneka. Okay, and we believe that this was a little snap, a little quick picture that they got of her on the night of September the 7th. The right side is a photo of Victoria at the party, at the start of the party on September the 8th. So you guys see how they merged, how they blended the photos together. Shamaya actually posted this photo on her page, y'all, and it was literally a trick of the eye to deceive everybody. First of all, to make y'all think this was one person, one girl, in which is not. And for two, they did that to make y'all think it was on the same day, in which it wasn't. Okay, so just how these photos were merged together to create one picture, the same was done with the lives done by Ty and Irene. Y'all follow me? Y'all follow me? So now y'all see why I said it was a merger, a mixture of a actual party that happened, a crime that happened, and an actual reenactment, a cover-up, and it was merged together. Two different parties merged together, just like we see in this photo, two different girls merged together to give you guys a picture, to paint a picture that this is the same person on the same night, okay? And it's absolutely not. All right, checking in, checking out. I'm about to break it all down. I'm about to explain the plan. And this is the plan in which I believe that this was the plan. All right, this is a piece of the plan. I might not have the whole plan unfolded, but I believe this is a piece of the plan we about to break down to y'all. All right, so Irene had a room 926 on September the 7th as well. All right, she had that room as well. We saw the girl check in that night, okay? So we believe that she had that room on that night as well. Ty Rowland, his sisters, and some friends showed up to the room where he got a glimpse of Kenneka on his live. We saw that Ty Rowland had to be there that night because he got a glimpse of Kenneka on his live. We know that his sister was there. Looked like she was there trying to poison somebody, but didn't want to get caught on his live poisoning somebody. Y'all feel me? And we saw that she had some friends with her. So we don't know who all was there, but judging by Ty Rowland's live, we know that him, his sister, and their friends was there, okay? All right, Kenneka was not enjoying herself at this party, possibly because of her new boyfriend, Tax Free, going to jail. Tax Free is the name of her boyfriend, okay? At the time. And there were people at this party that she just didn't mess with, such as Peas and Dorian, Ty, Tanasia, and the girls that came with them. Remember, J Money said these people are not her friends. Note, The only footage we have of the party that took place on the 7th is in a clip of Ty's video. We do not have any Crown Plaza footage of that night. Ask yourself why. Since we lack footage from this night, we can't confirm or deny who showed up this day. And Ty, because we know that they was there on the 7th, they got that glimpse of Kenneka exposing the fact that they were there. Okay, so maybe this is the reason why. What happened? Y'all hear me? Drop me a 1 if y'all can hear me. Something just happened. Don't know what. Am I good? Can y'all hear me? Drop me a 1. All right, y'all with me? Okay. All right. All right. Where was I at? Have to find where I was at, y'all. Have to find where I was at. Okay. All right. So I'm good. Okay. All right. So anyway, the public was not supposed to know about this private party, y'all. Okay, we wasn't supposed to know about the party on the 7th. We wasn't supposed to know about the day that it actually went down. Okay, we was not supposed to know about that. As I said, could this day actually be the day that the girls was describing when they were saying that they was having a private party and it wasn't supposed to be that many people, but some grown men showed up? And it makes sense, right? When you think about it, it makes sense that they were talking about the night before and not the actual party, because the actual party on the 8th was promoted with flyers. Okay, we're going to get to that. The actual party on the 8th was promoted with flyers, so that couldn't have been a party that they was talking about that was supposed to have been private and more reserved, but some grown men came and ambushed it. It couldn't have been that party because they promoted that party with flyers, right? Okay. Okay, what happened? Can y'all hear me? Drop me a 1. Can y'all hear me? No screen. Wow. Okay, y'all got sound but no picture. Is that what's going on right now? Okay, so you do got, okay, so y'all do got sound and picture now. All right. All right. So remember, y'all, September the 7th was the night it all went down. September the 8th is the night they covered up their crime. Are y'all hearing me? Okay, I think somebody said they missed something. 1, but we missed some. Okay, I don't know exactly what y'all missed. Let me know what y'all missed. I don't know what's going on in the chat room. No screen, no picture, no picture. Okay, let's try to do this. Let's try to fix that. Okay, let me see why I'm not getting any picture. Let's try to do this again. Yeah, they tripping. Hold on. I'm trying to get the picture back up for y'all. Soon as the picture go up, drop me a 1 and let me know when I can continue. Okay, so I'm good. Okay, all right. Okay, all right. Trying to find where I'm at. Like I really lost myself. Okay, so as I told y'all, September the 7th was the night it all went down. September the 8th is the night they covered up the crime. And as I was saying, we do believe that that was why the girls was putting out that story in the beginning. Like, we do believe they had probably some guilt or some sympathy in the beginning when they were saying, you know, that we had a private thing and people, you know, basically ambushed us and they wasn't invited. And like I said, the September the 8th party was actually promoted with flyers. So we don't believe that they was talking about that party. Okay, so now it actually makes sense what they was talking about. They was talking about their private gathering. All right. All right, so the plan as I see it now, this is the plan, and I believe that they, you know, what they was going to do. I believe it was things went left, but this is the plan as I seen it. You know, just praying, meditating, and I just really believe that this was the plan. Okay, the plan was to invite Kenneka to the party at a hotel on September the 7th, the night before the big fake party, to have some quote unquote fun with a few friends. With the chosen few. Okay, because if y'all know Kenneka, y'all know that Kenneka, I think it was at one point where she just really didn't, she was really cautious about, you know, her surroundings. And so I just, you know, I think she felt more comfortable with the breeze. But I, you know, at some point, I think when Rico was locked up, she was really cautious because you didn't really see her hanging with a lot of the breed boys, the guys in the gang. And that could be the reason why J Money put it out there and let us know that they are not her friends. Okay. All right. So moving along, this is what I believe the plan was. Kenneka would be drugged at this party. Okay. As we see in Ty's clip, Kenneka have her hand over her head. So we believe in that clip, she could have been possibly drugged, taken out the room, and sexually assaulted by gang members along with the security guard, forced to sell sex in order to retrieve the money that was lost or stolen. Remember, I told you guys this have a lot to do with money. The way the gang set her up and the reason why they set her up, it have a lot to do with betrayal, and it have a lot to do with money. Okay, and this explains why and when that Backpage ad was created. Somebody created that Backpage ad when they had Kenneka, you know, restrained or hostage or whatever you want to call it at that hotel. We believe that's when a Backpage ad was actually created, because we don't think that ad just became created overnight. I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't have been, but I think it was all a part of their plan. All this stuff was actually already planned out. Could have been planned out for months, but it was planned out. Anyway, the gang, when finished with Kenneka, would hand her over to the Mexican cartels, which are some Crown Plaza employees, for the ultimate payoff. Kenneka would have been a victim of human trafficking had she not died that night. Okay? Afterwards, collectively, they will lie and say she came up missing or dead, if it came down to it, at the big fake party, where there were different sets of gang members coming out to celebrate because of word of mouth and because there was a flyer going around. So at the big fake party, it was easy to say that Kenneka just went missing, or if it all came down to it, that something happened to her, because it was a big party that was promoted with, and they're going to say with different gangs, different sets. That's what they're going to say to get you guys to believe that anything could have happened to her this night. You see what I'm saying? So that was the whole reason why we're going to actually do a secret, a private party. We ain't too many, only gang gonna know about that. The public party, the big party, anything could have happened to Kenneka at that party because you had different gang sets there. You see what I'm saying? And that is what they was trying to put out there to everybody. Okay. They almost had the perfect plan until things went left. Now this right here is just really me because we don't have footage and I wasn't there, so I don't know. Okay. Not this one, but the one after. Okay, so please do your research. This is just some notes that I wanted to put out there for you guys. The Mexican cartels are known for working with these gangs and hotels and organized crimes such as sex and human trafficking and organ trafficking. This is a highly profitable business today, especially in Detroit, Michigan, where I am from, and in Chicago, Illinois. Okay, no, cartel members, which are traffickers, are mostly always lurking around heavy traffic areas such as subways, bus stations, airports, malls, beaches to target their victims. And they are employed with companies that would employ illegal immigrants to save money. Places such as hotels, restaurants, and almost any job that would pay under the table. Are y'all with me? Okay, side note, the cartels are smuggling their children over here. Over here, I mean the USA, and trafficking our children over there, over to other countries for the purpose of being sex slaves and organ donors. And some of these big businesses are assisting them. This is a high-end, or should I say higher up business. Wake up. Okay, as I said, the birthday flyer for the 8th. All right, so the party was actually being promoted. Irene and T's party was actually being promoted for the 8th. The flyers that was shared on the party taking place on the 8th for I called it right here, the decoy. I don't know. is going on. Okay, I have to go back to the screen share. Drop me a one if y'all can hear me. It looked like I'm back up on my end, but I don't know if y'all can hear me. Okay, I see some ones. Let me go ahead and bring the screen back up. They interrupted my broadcast. I'm telling y'all, they don't want this to come out because let me tell y'all something. I haven't gotten to the big shebang. This right here is not even a big shebang. Trust and believe me when I tell y'all that. Okay, so I just believe that Teresa, whoever watching, whoever don't want this to come out, they know where I'm going with it. They definitely know where I'm going with it. This is not even, I have really told y'all nothing compared to where we getting ready to take off. Oh my gosh. What the what? Patient. Okay, there you go. I think it should be up now. And say you are presenting to everyone. Drop me a one when y'all can see the screen. Honestly, y'all, this is really nothing compared to where we about to go with this, for real. Every time I go to screen share, it say loading and it's not popping up. What in the world? Oh my God. Yeah, they have me stuck in loading. I can't even screen share it. I tried to go to the present my presentation and it said loading. It won't even let me put it on screen. Okay, I'm having a lot of issues right now. Okay, let me know if y'all can see it. I think it just popped on, so it should pop up on y'all end. Now I gotta find where I was just at. Okay. Okay, I don't know if y'all let me know when it pop up on y'all end, because it says loaded on my end, but I don't want to start until y'all can actually get a picture. Y'all, I'm hot and I'm chain smoking. Lord have mercy. Mouth dry. Okay, yeah, okay. All right. So all right, so about September the 8th. Now I asked myself, who orchestrated this staged event? Okay. Sad note, my guess would be someone who's experienced in crimes and covering up a crime, right? Because it was a perfectly staged event. As far as them coming to everything they did, as far as the gangs and stuff, it was just a perfectly staged event. So I asked myself, who would I felt like orchestrated this event? Okay. September the 8th, where was Kenneka? September the 8th party. Kenneka Jenkins wasn't seen in any live or video on September the 8th. I highly doubt she walked into the Crown Plaza with her friends on this day. Not only did we not see Kenneka, but they used voiceovers. And I know I've said this to y'all before. I just want to make sure that everybody who's just coming in here and everybody understand where we at with it at this point. They use voiceovers and impersonators to sound like Kenneka. The reason being is because Kenneka was already dead at that hotel. Am I breaking up or can y'all hear me? Okay. The reason being is because Kenneka was already dead at that hotel. Notice I didn't say she was inside the freezer. Side note, there's conversations that can be heard on Ty's live about placing someone inside the freezer. I said Kenneka was somewhere at that hotel dead. Okay, do y'all get what I'm saying? So what I'm basically saying is Kenneka was nowhere to be found on September the 8th. She was there, but we didn't see her September the 8th, on September the 8th. All right. The reason being is because she was already deceased inside that hotel. All right. Notice I didn't say she was already in a freezer, but I said that I believe she was already dead at the hotel. All right. And I know that you guys had picked this up in the beginning, but I just want to take your mind back to it. You can actually hear conversations in Taz lab about placing someone inside of a freezer because Kenneka was actually dead. And I believe that they was debating on what they should do with the body, but I don't believe she was actually taken to the freezer at this point right here. Okay, but I do believe that she was at that hotel somewhere dead. And I'm going to explain to y'all why I say that, okay? Stay with me. All right, so the party after the party and cover up. September the 8th party was carefully managed by both Chief of Tyrolean, none other than Mr. Carl Nesbitt, and the Crown Plaza Hotel. And maybe Kenneka's family was also involved with this well-orchestrated cover-up. We'll explain this a little bit later in the presentation, okay? All right, but I want you guys to know that as far as Carl and the hotel, I'm going to explain to y'all why I feel that Carl and the Crown Plaza Hotel actually orchestrated and helped with the reenactment party, basically. All right, well, Carl stayed behind this day, but he remained nearby in touch with Tyrolean. We saw that, right? We saw him in touch with Tyrolean, even when Ty went to the movies. Where you at, son? You know, it's too much going on. Get in your location, get in position. He made sure his children, and this is the reason why, this is the only reason why I feel that why Carl was involved. The only reason, because I believe that Carl made sure his children carefully cleaned up their mess, seeing as they were both at the hotel the night before when something happened to Kenneka. Is anybody with me? This is the only reason why I feel that Carl Nesbitt was involved and helped orchestrate that reenactment / fake / cover-up party, was because Carl wanted to make sure his kids, he had his children's back, basically. He wanted to make sure his kids cleaned up their mess. And it makes sense because, as I told y'all, who would even think to even plan such a perfect orchestrated scene like that? Somebody that I felt like who was somebody that was good at covering up crimes. And we all know that Carl Nesbitt has a history. We know he has a criminal background, a criminal history. Okay. But I believe the only reason why he really got involved with that plan, and the reason why Ty was communicating with Chief, was because he wanted to make sure everything went smoothly so his children would not be thrown into whatever happened or been involved in whatever happened with Kenneka or been accused, or, you know, y'all get what I'm saying. So that's the reason why I believe that Carl Nesbitt came along and came into the picture. All right, if y'all following me. So I don't think that Carl, like in the beginning, I thought that Carl had like a personal vendetta against Kenneka, but no, I don't think that. I just think that his children effed up. I think Tanisha did slip her something. I think the reason why we really didn't catch it and why she probably walked past Kenneka, because she probably thought like, damn, I'm on live. If y'all feel me, we on live. You see what I'm saying? So she did the playoff to me. She was actually walking towards Kenneka from what I've seen, but she kind of did a playoff because she probably thought like, dang, we on live. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that Carl only got involved because of his children. You know what I'm saying? I believe that, like I said, Ty Rowland was there the night before, and Peasy and Dorian, and the girls say that they were ambushed by grown men and they really didn't have no choice, and da-da-da. So I do believe that if, you know, I do believe that Ty probably raped Kenneka the night before. I do believe that Tanisha drugged her the night before. So I believe that Carl stepped in to make sure that they cleaned up their mess. Do y'all get what I'm saying? All right. All right, so why did the Crown Plaza cover up this incident? I hear this question a lot, and I really hope we can really understand why the Crown Plaza decided to cover up this incident, because there's more than one explanation for this question. If there wasn't more than one reason, and they wouldn't have agreed to do it. Okay, but number one, the Crown Plaza security guard and possibly other employees knew this gang. Okay, they have business affairs with this gang. I just showed y'all before earlier how the Mexicans, and actually I wanted, if I would have did it, I could do it. This could be another laugh for another day, but I can actually show y'all the connection with the vice lords and some Mexican mafias, you know, and I believe that one of them is actually security guard, but I believe the security guard that we're looking at on the 8th is not the one that was actually there when the stuff that went down with Kenneka. We supposed to be looking at the security guard that was there on the 7th. If y'all get what I'm saying. And Straight Drop actually told me earlier that he have footage, or he's seen a piece of footage of a different security guard that was actually there on Thursday, September the 7th. So that's the one that we need to be looking at. That is the Mexican, that is their connection right there. Okay, the security guard was in the room with the girls the night before. Okay, and the gang had proof that the security guard is involved. Okay, so they could have used that to blackmail the hotel. The security guard gave them the elevator key, I also believe, for them to kind of, you know, make their move all throughout the hotel. All right, and another reason why the Crown Plaza covered this up is because Kenneka's body was inside their hotel, and they needed to come up with a goddamn good explanation or theory as to why. All right. Another reason why is because they didn't want any smoke from Carl Nesbitt or the Chicago gangs. All right, so I just provided y'all with 4 that I believe is good explanations as to why the Crown Plaza went along and decided to help cover up this incident. Because one of their guys was involved with them. One of their guys is linked to the guys. One of their guys gave away the elevator key. One of their guys possibly, you know, was involved with raping Kenneka. One of their guys possibly killed Kenneka. You see what I'm saying? So they had no choice really but to play along, and especially if Carl Nesbitt or some more people kind of stepped in and either blackmailed or threatened them, if you guys get what I'm saying. They really had no choice. But I gave y'all 4 explanations as to why they would anyway. All right. Hey, 54 Keys here. I just think somebody at her name. 54 Keys, if you out there, hey, hello, honey. Much respect to you. Much respect to you. Okay, let's discuss this CP surveillance footage. September the 8th, Crown Plaza edited footage 2 timelines. Just pointing out certain things, okay, that really stands out. Like I told y'all, I don't have the whole everything. I'm just pointing out certain things. Okay, I can't explain everything that we see going on it that is reenactment. But I want you guys to remember the unedited footage was handed over. I believe from the 7th and the 9th, from all 3 of these, was handed over to one of their own. Okay, and it was the important stuff that we should have seen, like the stuff from the night of the 7th, was taken out. Okay, and so the stuff that we looking at is the stuff that they basically approved and said, okay, show this to them. You see what I'm saying? And so myself personally, I don't think that it's a lot that we actually looking at when we actually staring at a lot of the stuff that's going on. And I feel like it's some very important things that we should be looking at pertaining to the Crown Plaza footage on the 8th. But a lot of that stuff is edited, is blurred out just to make things even more complicated to understand. You know what I'm saying? Like I told y'all before, they mixed up. We have 3 layers. We have layer on top of layer. We have a layer of reenactment from the kids. confusion from the kids with everybody wearing the same clothes and yada 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 with imposters. And then on top of that, we have the Crown Plaza with they edited and blurred footage. Then you have Rosemont came in later and did, you know, just so you just have a lot of mess on top of mess. You know what I'm saying? Did they own little reenactment messing with the times and stuff like that? So if that is what they did, but you have a lot of layers of bull stuff. You see what I'm saying? And I think it was just really to confuse it. It's just like taking a puzzle and just mixing it all together and just saying, hey, you figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But you're never really going to figure it out because you don't really have the important information that you need. So they probably feel like you're never going to fill it out because the stuff that you really need to figure this stuff out, we kept to ourselves. We didn't release that to the public. Okay? All right, so the image of Kenneka walking into the hotel with Bree, Shemaya, and Monifa was placed there. As I told y'all, this was purposely placed there to look like Kenneka and the girls showed up to the party 1:13 on September the 9th. This is why we see the footage. I think I already said that to y'all. The footage glitch as the girls are coming in. Kenneka separates from her girls just before getting on the elevator. This is why there is no elevator footage of Kenneka with the girls. And y'all can actually see that in the footage. Y'all can see the girls go one way and Kenneka go the other way. And I explained in one of my labs before that, you know, Kenneka could have ran into somebody showed up. I don't know why she bust that right and the other girls went left, but we definitely noticed she didn't get on the elevators with those girls. So we believe that they didn't have any elevator footage, or not footage, but snapshots or lives with Kenneka on the elevator with them. So they actually did that when when Victoria came into the scene. And they had one with her. All right, it was imperative to show real footage of Kenneka entering the Crown Plaza Hotel with friends, okay? Because they knew that the news was gonna eat this story up. And that's what they was gonna be showing. A young girl walking to the party, the Crown Plaza Hotel with her friends. So they had to get that together. Why don't we see the real Kenneka on the elevator? As I just said, it's simple. We don't see Kenneka on the elevator with friends because she didn't get on the elevator with them. On September the 7th, Kenneka entered into the hotel possibly alone or with one or two of her friends. Either there was no footage of her on the elevator with the girls because she went alone, or with one more person, Shemaya maybe, or the girls took the staircase. Okay, and that's why there was no elevator footage of the real Kenneka with her girls, or for any other strange reason. September the 8th, Bree, Shemaya, and Monifa returns to the hotel, but there's no Kenneka. Okay, an image of Kenneka was placed, or a video of Kenneka and the girls was placed in a particular spot to make it appear as if she entered the hotel the same day with the girls on September the 9th. A snapshot of KJ, of a KJ lookalike, possibly Bianca, or y'all know I believe that's Victoria, is seen on the elevator with Bree, Shemaya, and Monifa. More KJ personators to come. So another thing I want y'all to pay attention to too, we don't actually see Victoria coming into the Crown Plaza, but yet we see her on the elevator with the girls. So it kind of like they snuck her in. They have another way of getting inside the hotel. They kind of snuck her in and they took a little snapshot or went live on the elevator with her, but you don't actually see her walking into the hotel. I'm telling y'all that is not Kenneka. That's not her. Okay. I'm hoping y'all still don't believe that that's her, the girl on the elevator. That's actually the girl that we see in the bathroom. All right. So September the 8th, edited footage, 2 timelines. Every movement we see on September the 8th, like I just discussed with y'all, from those that's involved in this cover-up was scripted. I believe the white woman, this is just my opinion, I believe the white woman in the room was sent there by the Crown Plaza to keep an eye out on the party goers. She was like the fly on the wall in the room. The Crown Plaza third eye. And I'm talking about the woman that was creeping. I don't even know if she was in the room, but she was kind of like creeping around a desk. She was listening in. And this was on the 8th. The 8th going into the 9th. You know, y'all know the lady I'm talking about, the suspicious type of lady. I think she was actually there to kind of keep an eye on everything, if you guys get what I'm saying. But that's just my opinion because I don't know who that woman is. All right. I just want to throw that out there. The search after Kenneka's disappearance was all scripted. They simply walked around the hotel. This is why we saw no one knocking on doors. Why didn't Irene walk around the hotel to look for Kenneka after she was so-called missing? Even when Irene left, she should have came back if that was her real friend and helped them look for Kenneka. That's just mom. If that's her real friend, y'all see what I'm saying? And why did people even lead a party knowing that she was missing? And because they wasn't really searching for Kenneka, they already knew where Kenneka was at that point. Okay. All right, KJ Hall walkthrough. This is another piece of footage that I feel that is really important for us to pay attention to. The Kenneka walking through the halls is the most important section of the surveillance footage. Well, it is for me. All right, was this a fake reenactment with a fake Kenneka, or was this the real Kenneka? For months, the world has gone back and forth on this topic. Allow me to explain. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. There's two footages of Kenneka stumbling through the halls. One is the footage from September the 7th, showing the unedited footage of the real Kenneka. Okay, and this actually explains y'all why. I know y'all was probably thinking like, how is it that a girl is walking around a hotel and nobody see her, especially on the weekend? How is the girl walking around a hotel staggering and nobody helping her? Nobody, because it wasn't on the weekend, it was on a Thursday. Okay, so when we actually see the unedited footage of Kenneka stumbling through the hotel and we see people jumping out, shadows jumping out, we see all this stuff. That was the unedited footage from September the 7th. We was never supposed to see that. Okay, this was accidentally released to the news station. We was never supposed to get that footage. Okay, let me know if you guys, if I lose you guys at any time, because I want to make this really, really clear. It was two footages of Kenneka walking through the hall. It was the unedited footage of the real Kenneka. Okay, and that was the reason why they had to do a reenactment, because of all the stuff that they were seeing, you know, on the unedited footage of the real Kenneka. Okay, so the other is the reenactment of her footsteps. Just as there were two parties, the actual party and a reenactment party, the same with the footage of Kenneka walking through the halls. It was the real footage of her walking through the hall, and it was the reenactment footage of her walking through the hall. Okay, this reenactment was done by another KJ lookalike, later brought in by Ty Rowland. No, there's footage of her rehearsing her drunk moves, and I put quote unquote drunk moves, as she's walking inside with Ty and the crew. That's the girl that was used for the reenactment. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, I don't know exactly. I forgot who put a video out, but I did watch a video that somebody put out. I think it was Straight Drop, and he said he caught Kenneka walking in with Ty, and we can see like she kind of bumped against the stairwell. We can see like a fake Kenneka walking in with Ty. Well, that was another lookalike, another imposter that Ty brought in. This one right here, I believe that she actually had more of the body frames than the other two. I want y'all to picture what I'm talking about. The girl that Ty Rowland walked in with, like at the last minute, the one that came in and she kind of bumped the rails a little bit, looking like she was rehearsing her drunk moves. That girl actually had more of the Kenneka body frame, like, you know what I'm saying? She can maybe pull off the actual walk reenactment of the walkthrough. So this is the reason why I think that they discontinued using the other girls and found another girl, okay, to actually do the reenactment walkthrough. So are y'all feeling me? Are y'all with me? Who has the unedited video? Well, the Crown Plaza had the unedited video. They released it to the news. We got a chance to see the unedited video, so it was leaked. But I believe at this point it has been edited on top of edited on top of edited, you know, but it was released. And I think that was a video that girl Miranda had caught off the news, and she screenshotted it and shared it with everybody, or took a picture and shared it with everybody. But as of this point, I don't know. Probably something they kept in their vault. I don't know. But they did. They tried to push more of the reenactment footage. And that's why I asked you guys a question. I said, which footage did Miss Teresa see? Which footage did, what's his name, Andrew Holmes see? Because Miss Teresa, when looking at the footage, she said, that's my baby, that's my daughter. So if she was talking about the footage from September the 7th, then she was correct. That was her daughter. However, how could you see that footage and say nothing happened to my baby? Or nobody was down there in the halls with my baby? See what I'm saying? Or did they show her the reenactment footage of the fake Kenneka? Well, then how can you say that that's my daughter when you know it ain't? So I was gonna catch her with whichever one she would have said that they showed her. She's a lie to me. Because if they showed you the one from the 7th, then you lied when you said nothing happened to your baby and nobody was downstairs with her. If they showed you the one from the 8th, the reenactment one, then you lied when you said that was your daughter. Either way it go, you lied. Are y'all feeling me? Either way it go, you lied. Okay, Andrew Holmes, which one did he see? I don't believe, me myself personally, I don't believe he saw the reenactment. I believe that they, because of who he is, I believe that they actually show him a full reenactment of Kenneka going into the freezer. The full we don't actually see her going into the freezer, of course, but I do believe that they recorded a full reenactment of a lookalike Kenneka going into the freezer, and that's probably what he actually saw. And he told what he saw. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Let me get this one. Okay. All right. So I explained that. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, Andrew Holmes, y'all, I can only believe that they showed him the full footage. And if that's the case, Teresa probably wanted him as far away from this case as possible, because he probably would eventually realize that that wasn't her daughter. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So even though this man, Andrew Holmes, I'm speaking on, have all this FBI connections, have all these connections, Andrew Holmes is a human trafficking advocate. He's a crisis rescue. He have all these titles under his belt. He deal with human trafficking. He deal with sex trafficking. He deal with gangs. He deal with the FBI. He deal with the corners. But I believe that Teresa wanted Andrew Holmes far away from her as possible. You know, and I asked myself that in the beginning, I said, why wouldn't she kind of work with him, because he have all these pools, all these connections, especially connections to the FBI. But I think that eventually he would have caught on to the fact that that was actually, if he would have been studying the case, and you know, he's also a private investigator too. I think he would have caught on exactly what I caught on to, that it was two footages, that it was, you know, so I think he would have caught on to that stuff, you know, and so he was actually asked to step away, step far back as possible. Don't even think about it. You a lie. You didn't see that. You a lie. And they probably actually did show him that. Okay. They probably show him an extended footage of what they didn't show us. We just never know. You know what I'm saying? But I do know that they had two, I do believe I should say, they had two footages of the walkthrough, the actual walkthrough, which is what we have seen when we see the shadows of people, when we see when we're trying to speculate and figure out what's going on during the walkthrough. I believe that is the unedited walkthrough, and that's the real Kenneka. But you do have also the fake one. Okay, the one that we actually seeing on the news. Okay, like nothing happened. She just walking through on her way to the freezer. That is the reenactment one. All right. So moving along. Thank you, Jasmine. Oh, we still ain't got to the deep part yet, y'all. All right. So this right here is, I believe, the actual footage of Kenneka just a footage that I found, a little piece that I found to kind of show you guys the give you guys a visual of the actual walkthrough and the reenactment. She said, "This is so good. I just called in to work." Girl, you better get your money. Well, I like your name, Kenneka Needs Justice. Yes, that baby do. Yes, she do. Okay, the reenactment of Kenneka's footsteps. The reenactment walkthrough was carried out the night of the 8th, just as KJ was seen stumbling inside the hotel the night before. I'm going to say that again to make sure y'all get me, okay? The reenactment walkthrough, it was carried out on the night of the 8th, just as Kenneka was seen in the same path that she took, the same way she took it, the same wall she bumped. I believe the actor girl bumped. The same path she took, the actor girl took it. Okay, the exact same way. The actress walked the same halls in the same fashion as Kenneka. It appears that this walkthrough reenactment was part of their plan. Their meaning Chief and the Crown Plaza and whoever else was involved, okay, to replace the real footage of Kenneka stumbling through the halls while being attacked in the hallway, followed by masked men and shadows of people jumping out the bushes, and scenes with Kenneka being carried, shoved, dragged by her so-called friends. So what I'm saying is the footage, the reenactment was supposed to replace. Okay, we was never supposed to see that unedited footage because the unedited footage shows us Kenneka being attacked in the hallway, shows us she's being followed by masked men, shows us shadows of people jumping out of the bushes on her. And I'm just saying bushes, not literally. It shows us scenes of Kenneka being carried, Kenneka being shoved, Kenneka being dragged, all by her so-called friends. Okay, they needed clear, unequivocal, I don't know what word I looked up, evidence of Kenneka walking through the hotel to support their drunk girl walked in the freezer theory. Okay, so they needed clear evidence. They didn't need no because they was creating a drunk girl walked in the freezer theory. So they needed a actual walkthrough like the one she took the day before, but without all the attacks being done on. They needed a clear edited footage. Okay, so the girl that reenacted Kenneka I already told you that her footsteps was another lookalike brought in by Ty Rowland. Okay, it appears Ty supplied the lookalikes, all three of them. Okay, do y'all understand what I'm saying by the reenactment and the reason why they had to do a reenactment? I'm hoping you guys get me. If you guys don't, just let me know. But it was the reason why they had to do the reenactment. You know, they couldn't show Rosemont police or her parents or, you know, the public no footage of her being attacked while walking through. They wanted you guys to believe, they wanted us to believe that she actually walked this hallway just before walking herself into a freezer. So they had to make a clear video, clear footage of that. Okay. All right. So right here, I kind of did a side by side so you guys can see, because it was really kind of hard for me to, at this point, determine which is which, because a lot of footage I find now is just blurry, and as well as this one. But I can kind of tell, I guess, by looking at her hips. Her hips is kind of more spread it out, a little bit wider than Kenneka. But I did a side by side of the right here. The first box you guys are looking at is the reenacted, the actress girl who played Kenneka. Okay, and the yellow looking footage, I always find that right there, because for me, I can really spot the real Kenneka from the actress. But I did a side by side so you guys can see the two reenactment hotel walkthroughs. Okay. Okay. All right, I don't even know if I should have actually left this in. I meant to take this out because I really don't know, but maybe y'all can help me out with this. So it's a good thing I did left this in. But a deal was made between the gang and the hotel. They made agreements to keep quiet about everything that happened the night of the 7th, okay? And to push the drunk girl theory to the police and to Kenneka's family. The security guard, who I also believe his name is Pablo. Now, we talking about security guard that was from September the 7th, all right? I don't know if this man's name was Franco or Pablo or something, but and that's why I was going to take this clip out, but maybe y'all can help me out with this later on, okay? The security guard that was there on September the 7th. All right. But he was there. He saw everything that went on. Okay. And I actually put in here Pablo murdered Kenneka after she was left alive inside the freezer. I actually should have took this off because I found out something and this should have never, I should have took this out. Okay. I said his part of the agreement. So whatever Pablo did something to Kenneka. Okay, Pablo could have been a part of the rape or whatever, but I believe his part of the agreement was for him to leave the country, go back to Mexico, and never mention what took place on the night of the 7th. And this is one thing that I was speaking with another YouTuber about. I don't believe a lot of these employees from September the 9th, from September the 8th or the 9th have any idea of what happened. Okay, and I don't believe that a lot of them have any idea of what happened because I believe that the actual crime happened on the 7th as far as with Kenneka. So I believe that when we start asking a lot of the employees, you know, that worked on the night of the 8th and the 9th, I think a lot of them don't know because a lot of this stuff happened the day before. Now, as far as, you know, the kids coming back out and reenacting the party and stuff like that, now they probably knew at that point, okay, something is going on, you know what I'm saying? Because it was told to me, I don't know how true it is, but it was told to me that they actually gave them kids the whole 9th floor for the reenactment day. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they knew what was going on as far as that, and that's probably why they made them sign a confidentiality or whatever you call it, to keep quiet and not speak on it. But I don't believe that a lot of the hotel employees knew what happened to Kenneka. And we've been sitting back and we've been waiting for somebody to just come out and speak on it. Somebody who was there on the 8th or somebody who was there on the 9th. And I believe a lot of them just don't know. Okay, they probably know as much as we know. All right, what went down and how things went left. Of course, I was not there, but this is just the way I see it. An overview of what occurred on the night of September the 7th, based on Irene's live. Now, this is how I came up with what happened and how things went left on the night of the 7th. I based it off Irene's live, Taz video, witness testimony, social media talk, and my own personal evaluation. Okay, more importantly, based on spiritual discernment. All right. So Kenneka was invited to Irene's kickback before the party. She decides to go to the party on this day and hang. She decides to go to this party on this day and hang with her breed girls, which is Zaria, if y'all remember, and the other girls. She decides to hang with them and go to the movies with them the following night. And this is just what I believe because of the stories that we heard. So I actually believe that Kenneka decided to go to the party on the 7th because on the next day, which was the 8th, she was going to go to the show with Zaria and them. So in her mind, you know, I'll hang with Irene them and go to her party tonight, and I'll go to the show with my breed friends tomorrow night. Okay, like I told y'all, I'm basing this off of everything that I've gathered up until this point. Ty Rowland and friends shows up at the party, and we get a glance of Kenneka in his live. Kenneka gets snatched up, goes missing, or wanders off from Irene's room. But she ducks off on her own, away from the party. Y'all follow me? Kenneka ducked off to another room. Possibly, I should have said 609. It should have just been possibly 609, with someone she knew and trusted. And I say possibly 609 because I don't believe at this point when she ducked off, she was right next to the other room. Okay, I believe she was actually on a different floor, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Kenneka ducked off to another room with someone she knew and she trusts. Okay, in this room, Kenneka possibly had sex or was willing to have sex with this mystery man, possibly Mike. We all feel it was Mike because we know that her boyfriend, her so-called boyfriend, tax-free, was locked up. Okay. So we believe that Kenneka possibly had sex or was willing to have sex with this mystery man, who we believe was Mike, and others was brought in to okay, my phone died, and I don't know if I lost y'all because I cannot see the chat room. So let me take a time out real quick and look on my Google app and see if y'all still with me. Okay, I think y'all still with me. All right, I hope y'all still with me because my phone just died, and I was looking in the Google chat from my phone, so I really don't know if y'all can hear me. I'm turning my phone back on real quick so I can make sure. I need another charger. Okay, I'm just gonna assume y'all with me. Because my phone have to charge and I can't look in the chat. I'm gonna assume y'all are with me. Let me see if I can just give me 1 second, y'all. I'm trying to pull up the YouTube chat room from my laptop so I can actually make sure that y'all with me. And still, if y'all can hear me, we still have not gotten to the heavy stuff. We still have not gotten to the heavy stuff. Okay, hold on. I'm echoing. Gosh, man. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I'm just gonna hope that y'all are with me, and I'm gonna keep going until my phone pop on. And just in case y'all not, tell me to go back, and I'll just go back. I can't even see how to pull up this chat room. Okay, I'm just gonna hope y'all with me. All right. Actually, let me take this one out because I don't even want this one in no more. Okay, I'm having all kind of complications, and I really don't even know if my lab is still with me right now. So I'm trying to go on my phone on YouTube. It just cut on. Give me a second, and I'm freezing up too on my laptop. Okay, I'm on my phone. Drop me a 1 if y'all still with me. I can see y'all. Drop me a 1 if y'all still with me. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So here was here I am. All right. So no, remember the raspy voice guy in the beginning? Okay. Remember in the beginning. And I might can't quote him right because it's been a while, since I watched that video. I would have did it tonight, but I had to try to hurry up and get this presentation done. But remember in the beginning, he said something like Kenneka was messing with one of the guys who she was willing to have sex with, but she wasn't for the train. And he said, if you guys remember that, remember she said Kenneka, the guy said Kenneka had ducked off on her own and that she was messing with one of the guys. Gosh. Okay. He said she was messing with one of the guys there, but she wasn't for the train. All right. Her friend stated that her boyfriend was in jail, like I said. So who was she messing around with? You know, if her boyfriend was locked up. Everybody said her boyfriend was locked up. Even P said in the Zach's interview that Kenneka's boyfriend was locked up. I mean, yeah, he was locked up. No, Pease actually said we thought she was with her nigga. That's what I wanted to point out. He said we thought she was with her nigga, but everybody else said that she was sad because her boyfriend was in jail. So how is it that Peasy and Dorian or whoever else thought that she was with her nigga when y'all was still saying that she was sad because her boyfriend was in jail? Y'all knew that her man was in jail. So Kenneka must have been messing around with Mike. That's all I can really think. That she probably was messing around with Mike. All right. And that's probably who she snuck off or ducked off with that night. Pease also stated in Zach's interview that they thought Kenneka left. I already said that with her nigga, according to Pease. According to Pease, Kenneka wasn't a jump off. And according to Mike's report, Kenneka was not a jump off. She was not that kind of girl. Okay. Why did they tell us that? I don't know. But they made it clear that Kenneka was not a jump off type of girl, that Kenneka was not a prostitute type of girl. Kenneka was not the girl that was gonna let anybody take advantage of her. They pretty much made that clear to us. Okay. All right. So was Mike and Kenneka creeping around behind her boyfriend's back? All right. And that's just a question that I just, kind of threw out there. It sure looks that way. No, there was a Backpage ad of Kenneka created moments after the news went public, either that or before. I really when the ad was created, but I'm actually thinking now that it was actually created before. All right, but I want to point out the fact that Lenora stated in a news interview, she stated like right away in a news interview that her sister wasn't there having sex or selling sex. Why did she say that? I really don't know. If y'all can remember, in a news interview, Lenora said my sister was not there selling sex. So we do know that in order for her to say that, we do know that we know that it was a Backpage ad going around with Kenneka's name on there. So we do know that at some point they tried to prostitute her. They tried to pimp her, if y'all get what I'm saying. So that's the reason why I believe that the Backpage ad was actually created prior. I should have said prior to the news going public. All right. That was an error on my part. If I lost y'all, let me know. I don't know why this thing keep going off. Okay, the other room. While the party is taking place in room 926, Kenneka is in another room, possibly 609, being sexually and physically assaulted by men as they were recording what was taking place. And I think that was actually what Irene was watching on her phone. I told you guys they got secret groups, they got secret chat rooms and groups and stuff like that. And they do a lot of, okay, before y'all know that it was a girl that was gang raped on Facebook Live. Now, nowadays, what I've noticed is they become much smarter than that. Okay, they will rape somebody and they will go live, but it would be inside of their personal group. And I actually read something like that before about how it goes down. I'm not inside that group, but I actually read off some posts and stuff like that, how it goes down in the chat rooms. Not in the chat rooms, but in the groups chat. So we believe that that's what Irene was actually looking at on her phone. We believe they actually either recorded it or they went live while this was going on. But we think this is how things went left. Kenneka was raped by several men in a passed out state. What we were seeing in Irene's glasses the next day. Her bra and jacket was left on. Could have been her shoes and socks and pants could have been taken off. And because remember, Irene's glasses, we can see the top of her. We don't see the bottom of her, but we see the top of her. Okay, and I'm just throwing it out there like it's a possibility that they could have just removed the bottom of her and left the top of her her clothes on. Okay, Kenneka awakens from a passed out state and begins to resist her attackers and put up a fight. She was assaulted and choked to the point, and we got the fact that she was assaulted and choked from a lot of the rumors and stuff that we heard. You know, like I said, we don't have actual footage of this right here, but she was assaulted and choked to the point that she passed out. The people at the party get word of what happened and begin to freak out, not knowing whether Kenneka is in the room dead. Okay, phone calls were made. Now, I pretty much got this from a lot of the rumors that I heard, and a raspy voice guy that said Kenneka was playing dead. Kenneka passes out, or was she playing dead? The guys that assaulted Kenneka was under the assumption that Kenneka was dead or possibly dead. Okay, this lines up with the raspy voice guy's statement and others when it was said. Do y'all remember in the beginning when it was said that Kenneka had a heart attack while being raped? Do y'all remember that rumor going around that, you know, it was, I've heard it from the raspy voice guy, but we also seen some posts that the kids out in the beginning that was saying that she got raped, a heart attack, something happened to her while being raped. I don't know if it was a heart attack, but they used some kind of something supposed that happened to her while being raped. Do y'all remember that rumor? Okay, so we actually believe that rumor and what the raspy voice guy, because he actually said that in the recorded call too, that Kenneka was raped and she had a heart attack. He actually said that too. So we believe in that while Kenneka was being raped, something happened. You know, I can't say she had a heart attack, but something happened while she was being raped to make them think that she died. Okay, so my question and I asked was Kenneka passed out or was she playing dead? Okay. All right, so Kenneka was left in another room, under the assumption that she was probably dead. Okay, but they probably really didn't know, just freaking out. Okay, and this is when they probably called Carl or whatever the case may be. All right, she was left alone in that room until she's later seen on camera by security stumbling through the halls trying to find her way out of that hotel. I believe that when we see Kenneka on camera stumbling, walking through the halls, remember guys, remember, this is not a Friday night. This is a Thursday night. Nobody is in the halls. The hotels is basically empty on the Thursday night. Okay. We believe that we see her stumbling around trying to find her way out. Okay. And she's still inebriated from whatever drug that they gave her. Okay. We believe that the gang was alerted of Kenneka's whereabouts because we believe that security was sitting there watching her on surveillance. All right. Some were sent to follow her. We believe that the security was watching Kenneka walk through the hotel on surveillance, and some gang members were sent to go follow her. The plan was to not let her leave the hotel alive. She couldn't possibly get away from them in her condition, meaning Kenneka was beat up. And this is what I really believe. I believe that Kenneka was beat. I believe when Kenneka woke up and she started fighting back, I believe Kenneka started taking hits. And I believe she was choked because she was fighting back. And you have to also remember, Peasy told us that Kenneka was a fighter, that she will fight back and she would not let if you look at her the wrong way, whatever, she would fight you back. So I really do believe that at some point she began to either wrestle with them or try to fight back. I believe that Kenneka was beat and to the point where she was almost unrecognizable. I should have been almost unrecognizable. I watched another YouTuber video, and I believe it's Chaos Sector. He has a video, and I should have got the name of the video, and I should have made a little insert right here so you guys can watch it after this live. But he did a video, and he did like a close-up of the unedited, the real Kenneka walking through the halls, and he showed a close-up of her face. Okay, her face clearly, you guys, I don't know the name of the video, but you guys got to go see that video. You can clearly tell that Kenneka was beat in the face. Okay, her face was swollen and she was beat in the face, and it looked like she was beaten to the point to where she was almost unrecognizable. As far as how her face was swollen up and everything, and it was like she was just walking dead through the hotel, if you guys get what I'm saying. But that's another reason why they had to ditch the original unedited walkthrough and create a new one, because her face, okay, y'all, her face. I tried to find some kind of picture or something I can show you guys, and I did find one on YouTube. I used Aquarius Jazz. I seen a video that she had of Kenneka, and I just wanted to give y'all kind of image of what I think her face looks like. as she was walking through the halls and after she was beat up. So shout out to you, AJ. I just actually I was looking through YouTube and I was actually putting in certain keywords and your video popped up and I screenshot this portion of your video right here to kind of give everybody a, you know, a visual of what I believe her face looked like as she was walking through the halls. It was 3 Kennekas on that, and then it was the one at 54 Keys called Bawbaw's. I hadn't even really talked about her or threw her in there because she didn't come in with Ty. You know what I'm saying? So they could have said, like, you know, somebody could have made that phone call and called her in and kind of got her in because they probably needed a thicker girl in a blue jean outfit who favored Kenneka. But I didn't bring her up, you know, because I really pretty much pointed out the ones that kind of came with Ty and was seen in Ty's live. But it was actually 3 lookalikes. I'm sorry, 4 lookalikes. It was the 3 that we discussed, and it was the 4th one who, if y'all want to say a lookalike, but was dressed like Kenneka in the blue jean outfit, somewhat dressed like Kenneka. They probably made her leave like, boo, you all messed up. You got on a long button-up shirt. You ain't even look like you playing the part. Get out. They probably just told like, we don't even need you. But yeah, so all together, including her, the Bawbaw's chick, it would have been 4 Kenneka lookalikes from what I've seen. Okay, a moment of silence for Kenneka. So I'm going to do a moment of silence for Kenneka, and I also want to kind of, I know at this point I wanted to kind of catch my breath and gather everything because I think we're getting ready to expose something really, really deep, and I'm getting ready to put myself on the line. Okay, yes, I believe I believe Kenneka was swollen, busted lips, broken nose, busted teeth. I mean, just really bad. I believe it was really, really bad. Okay. Did not walk in that freezer. This hallway walkthrough was the most devastating part of the Crown Plaza footage. We all see this footage and think there's no way she walked in that freezer. I don't care how drunk they claim she was. And we're right. Kenneka did not walk in that freezer. In the hotel footage, Kenneka is never seen on camera walking inside the freezer. According to her mom, there was a camera placed just above the freezer but was taken down. According to Teresa, nobody did anything to her daughter. According to Teresa, that was Kenneka walking the halls and in that freezer. Well, I have a question for you, Miss Teresa. I hope you're listening right now. Are you sure? Or are you trying to play us? Now we're going to take a quick look at the freezer photos. Okay, I'm only going to show a couple, but it's really imperative that we look at these freezer photos real quick, and I want to point some stuff out to y'all because I've had these same questions since the very beginning of looking at these freezer photos. I don't know about everybody else, but I had the same questions while looking at these freezer photos. One was about her hair. I know we all had the question about her hair. For me, I actually questioned the big eyelashes, the thick eyelashes, because I have not seen Kenneka in videos or in pictures with these thick eyelashes. So I've always questioned that. And actually, I was going to play a video, but this presentation ended up being really long of Kenneka actually saying that she really don't wear lashes like that. And if she do, she normally would get short. Her lashes, her natural lashes are already long. So if she do, she kind of just get them blended in, or like you see that one picture just off on the side, because her natural lashes is already long. So she don't even really mess with them like that. So this thick, gooey lashes, I was already kind of like questioning that right there. That stood out to me a lot. This picture right here, we're gonna start by discussing this right here. When we all first looked at this picture, all of these pictures, we had questions. Just something wasn't right. Something wasn't right. And I'm really getting ready to, like I told y'all, with this lab, for me, it can go all the way left, or it can go all the way right. But I think at the end of this, I'm going to hang up my soldier rag if I'm not right, because of the simple fact that I'm not going to start from scratch and start all over on the drawing board, because I really came so far. And with even explaining all this whole mystery, and to even think that I would have to redo this whole thing again and try to figure all this stuff out again. I don't, to be honest with y'all, I don't know. I would never stop behind the scenes, you know, I'm trying to fight for Kenneka or and other girls like her. And I do believe that God will use me for that. But I'm telling y'all right now, if I'm not right about anything I present to y'all, I'm not starting all over. I'm not starting from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dive in, and I'm going to give y'all everything that I believe, right or wrong. I'm going to give it to y'all today on this live right now. Okay. And this right here, I believe, is the big bombshell that we're coming into right now. All right. All right. So what's wrong with these pictures? I'm gonna have to just give it to y'all real. I'm gonna have to give it to y'all real. And if I'm wrong, I'm just gonna have to hang up my flag like I tried. Do y'all feel what I'm saying? And I'm still walk away with dignity like I tried, because I know I gave my all to these babies, you know, to this case. And I will have to end it there. Like, you know what? I'm just literally lost, confused, and I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I would actually start all over from the drawing board, but behind the scenes, I would probably present what I do have in hopes that somebody will look at it and reopen the case. But I don't think I would do this right here all over again. You know what I'm saying? I came on YouTube, for me, just for a short time, as far as working on Kenneka's case, you know, and I knew it was going to be kind of short-lived. You know, but I don't see myself making a long, like, you know, doing this forever. Like, I just don't. I really want to get to the bottom of what happened to her and move it on, you know. Okay, but anyway, so what's wrong with these pictures? Since we first looked at these photos, everyone saw something wrong with these freezer photos, and I don't blame you one bit. I have a few questions myself. Like, number one, how is it that Kenneka jeans are different from the ones that we see her wearing as she's walking in the freezer? I told y'all, I'm breaking down every single bit of piece of stuff to crumbs. I don't care. I want to know how her jeans is different. For again, when we see the walkthrough, I'll show y'all the pictures. Okay, we do not see Kenneka with holes in her jeans. Make this make sense, Jesus. I was asking them. We don't see holes in her jeans when we see the walkthrough. Want me to take you back to it? I sure will. To make sure you see that, to make sure you notice that. Okay, we see her walking through, and there is no holes in her jeans. But in the freezer, there is. All right. So I just showed y'all a photo of Kenneka and the actor, the actress, the one that Tyrone later brought in. Neither one of them got holes in their jeans. Do y'all see this? Neither one of them, the actress that Tyrone brought in, she don't have holes in her jeans, and neither does Kenneka. Right? It's time to get this baby justice, for real. Y'all, I'm seriously about to just seriously go all in and tell y'all everything I think, because at the end of the day, what do I have to lose? For real, for real. What do I hate if y'all walk away from me if I'm wrong, but at the end of the day, I can only say I tried. You know what I'm saying? But we about to get this baby justice, because I believe that we peeped all of this stuff out. Pay attention and peep, y'all. This is where it's really about to get good. Okay. Kenneka, pay attention. Kenneka did not have holes in her jeans while she was walking so-called on her way to the freezer. Remember, she's supposed to be on her way to the freezer. How did her pants change in the freezer? She's supposed to be on her way to the freezer. No holes in her jeans. She has on distressed jeans. Matter of fact, I have jeans with the distressed look, and I have jeans with the distressed but holes, like the rip look. Okay, so how is it that Kenneka is walking down the hall with the distressed, shredded looking jeans, but by the time she make it into the freezer, she has holes in her jeans? Let's go back to the freezer pic. See? You see holes in both pics? Let me ask y'all, do y'all see holes in both pics? I see two different pairs of jeans. Who see two different pairs of jeans? Who can see holes in both jeans? Because I showed y'all a close-up of her entering inside the Crown Plaza. I seen no holes in her jeans. I showed y'all a photo of her walking through the hall on her way to the freezer. I saw no holes in her jeans. Now, is there anybody, before I move forward, can actually say that they feel that them was the exact same pairs of jeans? They seen holes in her jeans. Because I also showed you guys the picture of Veronica, or the girl in a bathroom. Okay, and y'all saw that the girl in the bathroom, she actually had holes in her jeans. Her jeans is actually ripped up to where you could see her bare leg. I did not see that at all. As Kenneka was coming into the Crown Plaza, I saw no bare leg. I saw that. I did not see that at all as she's walking through the halls. So I see two. I see two different pants. I still say different jeans. Okay. I still say different jeans. I still say different jeans. I actually say different jeans. And Jasmine, I'm sorry, but I still say different jeans. Okay. And like I said, I showed you guys where Kenneka's jeans, if you look close, if you know, do this on your own time, but screenshot it and look close, pull it up. You cannot see no brown right below her pocket. You cannot see no brown right by her knee. You cannot see no brown. So I don't see where her pants is actually ripped versus shredded. Me myself, it looks like to me two different pairs of jeans. But however, these jeans looks like the jeans that Veronica had on. Now these jeans actually reminds me of the jeans that Veronica had on, because you can actually see leg in the jeans that Veronica had on. You couldn't see leg in the jeans that Kenneka wore the night of the 7th. Okay, so what's wrong with these pictures? Okay, I said, why is it that Kenneka jeans are different from the ones we see her wearing as she's walking in the freezer? Which I believe that they are totally different. Why doesn't her face look all beat up in the freezer pictures? Because we just said that we really believe that her face was really beat up, really bad. But in the freezer pictures, it don't look like it does. Even with the video that, what is his name again? Chaos did, you know, when he blew up her face and blew up her pictures. Clearly on that footage, you can definitely see that her face was beat up. It looked beat up really bad, but not so much in a freezer picture. Okay, in a freezer picture, maybe a nose was broken or something like that, but she don't really look lumped up and beat up really bad. And so I had to ask myself that too, like, wow, we just seen footage. And I'm telling you, I watched that video. He did a really amazing job with that video. He added some software to it too, and you can really see a really good close-up of Kenneka as they're kind of like, I guess, leading her or dragging her or whatever. down the halls, but her face looked really beat up. And I was wondering why we don't really get that image in the freezer. Okay. I also asked myself, why is her shoe off? Of course. Why is it that Kenneka almost passed for someone else? Many believe she was a 40-year-old woman at one point. Okay. And why does Kenneka look pregnant or look like she had a baby before? These are just questions that I ask myself, because for me, it looked like her stomach looked like the stomach of a woman who had a child or who was pregnant. And I know I'm not the only one who said that or felt that way. I've heard that before, but I've just been silent on it because y'all know me. I didn't like coming out the gate saying anything negative about Kenneka. But I really, it really looked like to me that this is the stomach. You guys look at the circle around the stomach of a woman who's conceived before. I mean, is it just me? Look at the circle around the stomach. Okay. So I'm going to show y'all this. And this is just where this is where my investigation has led me to at this point. Okay. Wrong or right. This is where I'm at with it. Now take a look at these photos of Victoria Diamond. I'm going to leave this right here for a minute. Now, the photo on the left is actually a photo of Victoria Diamond prior to her having her baby. Victoria Diamond is actually a mother of I want to say her son is either 4 or 5 years old. But her right here is actually photos of her prior to her having her baby. But I wanted you guys to I don't know, these photos right here that I pulled up, to me, it was just like, wow. How about bloated from drowning in the water in the swimming pool and she drunk? I don't know. I really don't know. Right. And the same girl that was in a bathroom with Monifa did not have that tattoo at the bottom of her stomach either. Yeah, room 924 was used for the day of the reenactment. I think that was they used both of them rooms to kind of keep the girls separate, to kind of keep the party goers in 2 different rooms. But from my understanding, they had that whole 9th floor.